fights on the 20th of July, and that's at the Emily Arena.
Okay.
It's going to be.
You fighting Pia.
The thing is Amanda Serrano is one of the biggest. She is the biggest female fighter in the world right now. So Jake Paul signed her, and then she's Puerto Rican, and she has one of the biggest Puerto Rican followings, and then he's Puerto Rican too. That's why they reached out to us.
Yeah.
Because in Orlando and Kissimmee, you got that's like little Puerto Rico over there.
You ain't got to tell me. I already know. I already know.
So it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like he sells a lot of tickets, so we was blessed with this opportunity because I had to really kind of get him out of a funk that he was in for a couple months. You know what I'm saying? We had a couple big fight deals, and he just wasn't in the right headspace to take it. So I gave him a nice little pep talk. But it's your shot right now.
Man, don't fuck it up, man. That's what y'all people
on that car. Yeah, we on that car. So that's why I told Jake Paul's manager when he came. I said, look, man, I'm gonna be real with you. Obviously, I love you guys to do this. I think it'd be great for the gym, great for both of us. I said, I'll be realistic. I already got a fight on the car. Like I'm gonna be involved in this shit one way or another. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of use it as leverage. Use the bathroom real quick.
Yeah. You gonna use the bathroom? Come back.
Why are you even going live on Instagram?
You got followers. That's why.
I get that, but then they're not going to go to Facebook and watch it with that. You get it? If they go there, why would they watch it there?
On my Instagram, on Facebook.
I got you. So it's going to be an interview with Kenny Franklin or Franklin Lost Fitness.
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Let me hear everybody like.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Right here. Put it right here. Oh, right there.
Don't worry about the way. Just say something.
Yeah. Yo.
Well, say like a sentence.
What's going on?
Look that way.
What's going
What's going on? How you doing?
Hey.
Okay. Brandon, we came like this unless you're looking at them questions. Like,
I'm looking at it.
yeah.
I'm studying. I was trying to save it to my screensaver. See, I screenshotted my questions. I was trying to save it.
That's smart.
Yeah, so I can, if it's locked, I can still see them.
All right, everybody ready?
Yep. You got to hit live on Instagram. Sarah, you can hit live on Instagram right here. Oh, you got it. Ready?
So,
Yeah, I'll save them to my screensaver, so if it pops up, it's done.
Let me know. Hold up. Hey, what's going on, Crunchtime Survivors? It's your man, Coach Chang. And every time I tell you something, when we do it big, we do it big. And ain't nobody doing it bigger than us. We the hardest working coaching staff on social media and any podcast platform. Today, we got one of Tampa's finest, man. When I tell him when I first met him, you know what my nickname was for him? Big Business. Because if he's involved, you better know it's big business. Hey.
You already know. What's going on, y'all?
Kevin, go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Kevin Franklin Jr. We based out of Tampa, Florida, over here off Howard Avenue in West Tampa. We got some big things popping over here at Franklin Boxing.
All right. So, what else do you do in the Tampa Bay community, man? Let's go into some of that.
I'm contracted under Insurance Elevated. We own our own brokerage firm. It's called Frankling Financial. We have a big team of insurance agents, health and life insurance mostly. We also do annuities, but we're trying to get a team of around 100 people that are hungry and want to change their lives as far as career goes. But we're really helping out the community, giving people life insurance, health insurance, making sure we're protecting our families and assets.
Man, that's big time, man. That's something that the community really needs to know about, because people don't know how valuable life insurance is until it's time to use it.
Absolutely.
And especially with this younger generation, with what just happened yesterday.
Exactly.
And I wonder, and what I'm talking about happened yesterday with the kid Julio getting killed.
Yeah.
And man, it's a sad situation, and a lot of us go through them situations and don't have life insurance.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you offering that services to the Tampa Bay community. But Kevin, getting right into it, man.
Do it.
Let's talk about the why we're here. Can you share a bit about your journey into boxing?
So, growing up, my father boxed, and, I've always been interested in it. He got incarcerated when I was younger, so I kind of stopped, boxing. But I got into wrestling and one of the top 2 teams in the nation. So that drive and that energy kind of helped me stay out of trouble. A lot of my, boxing just kind of came to me in a way. I believe in God, and, I believe this was my purpose and it was my calling. And, my wife helped me out a lot and just, gave me the motivation to kind of do this. And, I had a lot of good people around me. And I was traveling, far to go train when I started training, and I had a daughter that was young, and I'm trying to get the career going. So, you taking 4 or 5 hours out of your day to just go train and drive, and there was nothing here in Tampa, so I seen the opportunity to kind of get in the space and take over and do something great for the community.
Oh man, so how long have you actually been? How long has this gym been open?
So we've been open right around 9 months. We're right at 150 members. We're really picking up at a high rate. We got between 5 to 15 members a week. We're getting signed up. We just launched our kids program. We got some really big stuff cooking for the community.
Were there any significant challenges you faced opening this gym?
Yeah, man. So honestly, getting in this space, I'm 29 years old now, so I was right around 28 when I first got into this. I never did anything like it. The building has been a boxing gym for a while here in the Tampa Bay area, but nobody ever really did it right as far as getting it redone the way I did it. So I invested a lot of money that I saved, over my time trying to make sure that we could do something like this. But I had to find contractors and kind of dive into a new industry as far as the construction goes, and it was just a lot of challenges on the front end of it financially and things like that. But we overcame all those, and here we are. We got some of the, I think it's the dopest gym that I've ever seen, to be honest with you.
Man, listen.
It's beautiful.
I passed this place.
You.
I live not far from here, and I passed this place, and I was saying, man, you know what? We have football here in Tampa. We have baseball here in Tampa. We have cheerleading. We have basketball. And people don't know that boxing is a sport, and it's a sport. It's not just a sport. It's one of the most technical sports around.
It is, yeah.
So getting into it, like a kid would come in here want to box. What's your training philosophy? Could you describe that for the people?
So if you want to come in and box here, we believe in discipline more than anything. This is a sport where you have to be disciplined. From the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, everything you do, the food you eat, your mindset coming to this has got to be on point. You know what I'm saying? We try to stress that on a lot of our fighters and make sure that, you're mentally sound no matter what you're going through in life. When you walk in these doors, you can leave all that shit behind you and really stay focused and make this a career or whatever you want to do. Even if you're just doing it for fitness or, whatever you want to do, we can make sure we get you there.
So how do you balance technical skill development with mental toughness?
So, technical skills, as far as, staying locked in, I say balancing that. We got Coach Asa Beard that's been in the game for 25, 30 years. He's got over 10 world champions under his belt. He's coached some of the biggest fighters in the world. So Asa's kind of, I'm a lot younger in this industry. I'm one of the youngest people doing it. So having somebody that's vetted and a veteran in this industry has been really helpful. And getting into this boxing industry, I knew that I had to kind of acquire somebody like that. So God sent Asa my way, I believe, and we're actually able to make it work. And he's now a partner of mine. And we're trying to make sure we get some of the biggest fighters in the world on this.
Man, that's big time. How do you tailor your coaching approach to fit different fighters' needs, personalities?
It's really about what the fighter needs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they try to critique things on how they think they should do it, but the way Asa's kind of taught me how to coach, and what I've learned over the time with being coached, is that everybody has their different styles. You gotta tailor coaching to accommodate their different styles. Not everybody fights like Mike Tyson on the inside. Not everybody fights at a distance. You got to figure out what tailors to their style of fighting and kind of make sure you accommodate that and learn about their personality and kind of work off that. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's the same. It's an individual sport, so you got to really tailor to the individual.
Man, I'm gonna let the boxing guru over because he couldn't wait to get. When he heard we had this interview, boy, he was going crazy. Man, go ahead and take it away, homie.
So is it one particular fighter that you had a success story with that you started and they were just
Yeah, so honestly, Julio Macho Solis right here.
Right.
You know, he's been boxing since he was a kid. A couple months ago, I say about 3 months ago, we had an opportunity to get in the NBA championship, belt. That's Roy Jones Jr.'s belt. Has been around for like 20, 30 years. Wow. So we accomplished that goal. Now he's 10-0. He got a first round knockout in that fight.
Wow.
First round, man. So he's really representing for Tampa Bay. He's got a huge following in the community as well. And, we were thankful enough to get him over on our team and lock in. And now, we just actually got on July 20th, he's fighting on the undercard with Jake Paul and Amanda Serrano at the Amalie Arena in Tampa Bay.
That's big.
Wow, that's
So,
big.
we got him on that. That's going to be big for him. He gets this win. It's not if, it's when we get this win.
Okay.
And, we're going to have a lot bigger opportunities coming our way. We'll be established and set up, you know what I mean? And in that sense, and let everybody know that we're coming. Franklin Boxing's here.
Yes, sir. Y'all better stop playing with
Love
him.
the confidence.
So for you, is that one of the biggest moments, if not the biggest moment?
Yeah, that was the biggest moment so far. I mean, we went to, recently we went to Mexico. Me, Asa, and a couple of our fighters traveled out to Mexico. We got a big win out there, met some of the biggest boxing promoters in the world. Ryan Rinke, a lot of the big names in boxing, really, built relationships with them, and they're proud of where we're at and where we're going, and they see the potential. You know what I'm saying? That if you ain't gonna join us, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get left.
Left behind.
Now I see you said you were talking about the community. How important is that to you, for you to give back to the community?
It's very important, man. Like, if I wouldn't have got into sports, my father went to prison, I would have probably ended up like my brothers or anybody else in my family who these are dead or in prison now. You know what I'm saying? So this is what helped me stay on the path. I got a family. I got two beautiful little girls and a wife, and that's why I do everything I do, because it's easy to fall down to the temptations in this world. You know what I'm saying? Especially in areas like Tampa Bay, where you got some lower income areas and nobody knows no better. You know what I'm saying? So we got some younger kids in the community that we're really trying to show them that there's a path different than the one that they were raised around. You know what I'm saying? And this is a good avenue to take to try to get up out of that.
Man, that's great.
So what type of programs would you introduce?
So
help them out.
just if there's anybody that walks in this gym, man, like I got a little kid that walks in this gym, and his mom's a single parent. We ain't charging nobody if it comes down to that, between getting the kids out the streets. You know what I'm saying? We're making sure that we get back to the community in that sense, make it happen no matter what we got to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that.
Love that.
Love that. Yes.
So besides boxing, you have anything else you want to do in the future? You looking to do?
Yeah, man. So, our goal here is to manage some of the biggest fighters in the world. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, my goal with the career, as far as the insurance stuff, that's going to fund a lot of this. So I'm trying to blow that up, coaching and building a team in any sense, whether it's in the career atmosphere and in the business world. You kind of take that discipline and that mindset, you transfer it into whatever business you're doing. That's why boxing's so strong, because it's mental and physical.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like high-speed chess. You got to really think about your next move, and that's the same thing with everything in life. You know what I'm saying? I recruit a lot of my team is from the boxing gym. A lot of younger people who are hungry and want to change their lives. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the goal, is just to establish myself in the community, my name, Franklin, in this community. Franklin Financial, Franklin Boxing, Franklin Management. We throw a lot of big events here, so just, your name is your legacy, so I'm trying to make that.
Now y'all see why I call him big business. Because he a big business. You hear me?
Your name, your legacy. Now, your personally, where do you see y'all being at the end of this year?
Personally, by the end of this year, man, I see us, being at that 300 member mark where I want to be. We're at 150 members.
Yes.
Once we get to 300 members, financially we'll be doing pretty well, and I can start investing a lot back in the community, a lot back into my fighters, and just really use that money to kind of fund everything moving forward. After Julio's fight, we got some really big fighters that I just recently connected with. A lot of younger fighters that were turning pro that got hundreds of amateur fights. So, in the future, by the end of this year, y'all, I think y'all gonna see us on big time TV a lot more.
Okay.
Man,
I believe it. I believe
That's
it.
what's up.
Ready for
I
that?
believe it.
Ready for that. And we showing up gonna be there on the 17th.
We gonna be there 100%.
We're gonna be there on the 17th.
Pull up, man.
We at Amalie Arena.
Yeah. No, it's the 20th.
The 20th. The 20th.
Okay.
July 20th.
Yes, sir.
And so that's the date. Y'all already know the Crunchtime Survivors coaching staff gonna be at the boxing match, and we're gonna try to be ringside.
So,
like what?
The reason why you're saying the 17th is because we actually got Jake Paul coming. Jake Paul's manager reached out to us. We had 2 or 3 people name drop Frankling Boxing and myself. And Jake Paul's manager reached out. I met him here last week, and we got him coming on July 17th doing a private media workout. You know, it's gonna bring millions and millions of views to the gym, and you know, that's that break I think we needed. You know, God sent it our way, and
Yes.
we're very blessed and thankful to have him, and we're about to make the best of it. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
You know,
Okay.
it's the second time he's fighting here in Tampa.
Yep.
Okay.
So I know Jake Paul like it here.
Yeah, he likes it here, man.
Yeah.
Tampa's blowing up. Y'all know that.
Yeah.
The community's
All
really,
right.
really
Now-
growing daily.
Now, could you tell me someone wanting to box,
Yep.
an aspiring boxer, what are some things, some advice that you would give them? Like,
This-
if they just say, I want to box.
You know, the thing is boxing can be intimidating. You know, people scared to get hit, things like that. You think you can't just jump into it, but you know, at the end of the day, you gotta do something that's uncomfortable to make yourself grow. You know, if you come over to our boxing gym, we're gonna make sure you feel comfortable and you feel right. But you gotta just take that leap of faith and really lock in, because you'll think yourself, you know, 2-3 months into it, when you drop 20-30 pounds or whatever your goal is, you know, this is definitely gonna help you get there. It's a lot of mental fortitude that it takes to do this. Like any sport, like football or basketball, any sport, man, you know, it takes a lot of mental fortitude to be able to overcome, you know, being beat down or being beat in a certain situation and still getting up the next day and doing it. You know, but that's what it takes to grow.
So
Yeah.
what would keep a new boxer motivated and disciplined? So if they feel like they're taking losses or it's too hard, like what would you do or say to keep them coming back?
I tell them, look, man, you know, even Mike Tyson got knocked down. You know what I'm saying? Some of the best in the world got knocked down, but everybody's got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, I know I started somewhere. I've been hit hard, you know what I'm saying, before been dropped, you know what I mean? And it's just, I'm telling myself, damn, why am I even doing this? You know what I'm saying? But once you get up and realize, hey, you know, you got to find that dog in you and overcome whatever obstacles in your way. It's the same with life.
man, that's
Okay. Now, I know you said you have a partner, Asa.
Yep.
This is the time we want to bring Asa
Yeah,
out.
let's
so
bring
we wanna
Asa.
Ask him a few questions.
Asa, where you at, brother?
Asa, where you at?
Been here over 25 years, man. That's
Mr. Asa.
go to the next.
Yeah.
Take it back.
Come on stage, brother.
We're going to get you in a little bit. We got some questions for you, too.
Come on,
All
pop
right.
in.
now before he comes, I want to ask you this:
Yeah.
who your personal top 5 favorite boxers?
So we got, right now, actively boxing, Gervonta Davis, Julio Macho Solis.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
I love Roy Jones Jr. is one of my favorites always and forever.
Yeah.
Edgar Belanga's up there, and you know, Mike Tyson.
Yes, sir.
Those are my favorites.
What you
Like
saying,
knockout.
Brandon?
Knockout artists.
Now, do you think, like, the current state, like, what do you think about the current state of boxing? Like, right now,
So-
from what it was in the past, like, what type of trends do you like that's going on right now?
So I like that, you know, honestly, Jake Paul and the Paul brothers really they brought a lot of light on boxing, man. Like a lot of people have been ducking and things like that with all the different top rank of the zone. It's hard to get the best fighters in the world to fight. Everybody's scared to fight each other, and I think we're on the path of that changing.
Yeah.
You know, it's starting to become a lot more competitive.
Okay.
You know, we got this influencer boxing stuff that's going on that's starting to bring a lot of light to the community, and a lot of people don't like it. They feel a certain way about it, but I think it's a good opportunity for the community to shed more light and just anybody to get in the sport and show that it's possible. It's not something you got to be doing since you were 5, 6 years old or your whole life. It's something you could step into and become, you know, good at any point. You know what I'm saying? As long as you put the work in. Yeah, so, you know, Saudi Arabia right now, you know, they got the most money in the world. You know, they got more money than anything, so they're really getting in the boxing space. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to buy Top Rank, they're trying to buy the zone, and they're trying to make the situation where they control everything to where you can't just have people ducking. You know what I'm saying? What I foresee for boxing is the boxing community is about to get way, way bigger. It's about to get bigger in the UFC just because, you know, once fighters can't run from ducking fights, it's just gonna be competitive. You know what I'm saying?
gonna be
you know, that's
competitive.
one of the biggest challenges is everybody ducking everybody. We were talking about it earlier.
Yeah. Talking about cross the street, come on this side. And that's why I see why a lot of them going independent now.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm gonna be honest. These boys need to fight.
They need to fight. Need it, man.
Because I think a big part of that when Crawford and Spence fought.
Yeah.
I think it was more sort of fighters wanting to make it happen.
100%. We needed it.
Yeah.
We're going.
And we see what happened. You know what I'm saying? Crawford got that dog in him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I actually met Crawford the other day.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
Bud, listen.
Bud, cool, bro.
Man, don't try to act like he's talking about Crawford. I told him when Crawford and Spence fought, everybody thought I was being biased. I like Crawford's story.
Yeah.
He was the underdog.
Always.
He was ugly growing up, just like me. And I understand what I'm telling you? I say, look, man, had they fought
Yeah.
prior to car accident, we'll be talking a different fight. But that accident took something out of Spence, and people don't want to say that's true. It took a lot out of him. That like people didn't see the condition that he was in.
Yeah.
Like man, that man was down what 6 months?
Yeah, I agree with you.
He
had 2 accidents.
All right, so he had 2 accidents. So man, come on, man, you can't go at Bud. Man, come on, man, that's Oklahoma's finest.
Yeah, you right.
That's Oklahoma's finest.
One of the greats, but this is my thing. I did not like Bud. If Bud was fighting, I was a Spence guy.
You was a Spence guy.
That's all it was. Now, if he fighting anybody else, I like Bud.
You like Bud.
And that right there, I like Spence.
You like Spence because you light skin, and he light skin.
Oh, man,
That makes sense.
Yeah, you see that? You like Spence because you light
It's a
skin.
dog, man. Spencer, they both dogs.
Man, well, we gonna get back to the trash talking. Hey, man. Hey, introduce him.
Because we want to ask you some questions.
Introduce him, Brandon.
All right, so we're going to introduce, because we want to find out the day in the life of Mr. Asa. Day in the life of Mr. Asa, the legend. 25 plus years, right?
You want to come
All
up
right.
here?
Long time, man. Come on up here and get in the camera, man. You can't hide from the camera,
We want to hear
man.
about your story,
Yeah.
about y'all partner.
I ain't got time
Yeah.
for the story.
I'm
Yeah, nah, you ain't got time, but we know you got. We gonna come back and get your story. You gonna have your own segment. You gonna have to split this with Brandon, man. She on the.
All right.
All right, Brandon, you got to get in the camera. What you talking about? You all right, man? So
Double up?
man,
Yeah.
so man, listen.
What's up, Brandy?
Brandon, you come over here. You can sit next to Cat. Listen, man. So talking to Kevin, man, let me tell you something, man. Behind the scenes, when I tell you people give you your cologne while you can smell it, because I don't believe in giving men flowers, so we get cologne out around here. Right? When I tell you he gave you some of that good cologne, I'm talking about Creed. I'm talking about Baccarat. How they say it? Baccarat.
Versace.
I'm talking Versace. I'm talking about all that. Man, he gave you all that good stuff behind your back. And man, that says a lot about his character, and that shows me how he feel about you. Right. And when I tell you, man, it wasn't nothing but respect and love, and that gave me admiration to actually to keep doing what I'm doing and just keep doing good by people. Because man, the things he said about you was one of one, second to none. Man, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, man.
I appreciate that. Number
Yeah.
one, and
Thank
obviously
you.
Kevin's my partner, he's my friend, and his family. You know what I mean? So that's as men, and I can't speak as a woman, but as men in this world, that's what it's about. So that means more to me than anything else we're about to talk about. I
Yeah.
could go home right now and be happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the main thing, in my opinion.
And if it was left up to him, boy, you walking out here smelling good, because he got you smelling good, you hear me? Hey,
Because I've been sweating all day. So
they might not know you, but when you walk out here, boy, they gonna smell you. And that's that cologne he gave you, man. So how long you been in the boxing game, man?
You know what? I started boxing myself when I was about 7. I'm from Manchester, England, so I started off in a little. It was almost like a basketball kind of, the old school gymnasium.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's almost like that, and then I had a coach. We named him Coach Hitler because he's an old man with
Yeah.
a big. So I thought you remember his real name. All I remember
Yeah.
is Coach Hitler.
Yeah.
But just an old school, English coach. But me and my brothers started off over there, and we just continued on and off forever, basically. And then we started, as we got older, we started to go to a local amateur gym, and then we transferred kind of from there to like Ricky Hatton's gym
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, Ricky
in
Haddon.
Manchester, yeah.
Okay.
And that was when the more we kept going, the more I started to get involved in the coaching side. I played football.
Oh, hold up.
Soccer.
Hold up.
Real
So when you say football, so real football, man, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. No, but I'm gonna let you have that argument.
Real football is football.
Thank you.
Like,
Okay. So I played some real football.
But you know what? You know what? You played real football, but we played gladiator football.
No.
It's a little different.
We really fight on that field.
Man, you know what? You win, man. You win.
We really out there bumping.
I know, man. I know.
Respect all.
So who have you trained? Like, who have you trained? Give us some of the boxers you trained.
Some of the maybe people will know some of these fighters. Maybe some of them, maybe people won't.
Yeah.
The people that come to mind instantly when people ask me that is a couple of former champions, Stevie 2 Pound Forbes.
Okay.
He's actually Mayweather's roommate in the amateurs. He grew up with the Mayweathers. But I opened a gym when I first moved over to America. I opened a gym just outside of Detroit. And Stevie came and trained with me, and it was a blessing because I'd already learned so much, but he was like at the highest level. Right after that, he fought De La Hoya, fought Andrew Berto, he went on to fight some great big huge fights. We were doing training camps with Floyd, we did training camps with Manny Pacquiao. It was huge. So to have that, I was young at the time. I was like 28 or something. 27, maybe 26. I can't remember, 26, 27, 28. But to have that, and he was such a professional, like he was a beast. So he comes out of my mind because he was so skilled and so intelligent. It helped me grow as a coach instantly. You know what I mean? To have such an elite athlete. And then another one is, his name is Argenis Mendez. He was a IBF world champion. And super skilled, super intelligent, and going sparring and training. He did the same with Floyd and other great fighters. I remember he sparred Linares. It was like a pay-per-view sparring. It was like
I watched it.
Yeah,
He showed me it was crazy.
So just going through that with Mendez, going through that with Stevie, 2 Pound Forbes, and others, Edgar Berlanga. I've had a lot of work with Edgar on and off along his whole career, basically. Even up to 2 fights ago. I fought Quigley. Just a bunch of. Edgar's the same. He's a very intelligent fighter. He just got to put things together now. You know, but just like them other guys, like I've been blessed with. I've had other guys, a lot of other guys too.
Okay.
You know,
Okay. So like
a couple of guys that stand out.
like boxing, right? And this is the analogy I love to use, and I tell my team this as well. You're only as good as the people in your corner.
100%.
You're only as good as the people in your corner. If you don't have the right people in your corner, what you put out on the mat, it's gonna be nothing. So Kev was actually telling me, because me and Kev, we share a lot of the same insights, and we was talking about building teams, and like he was saying, he was building a team with his health insurance, and once he opened this gym, he started getting the best prospects of building his team. And from what you done told us, your resume, I see you got somebody great in this corner, man.
100%.
And vice versa. So how did this actually happen?
You know what? I met Kevin for an old fight. I used to coach Mark Reyes. He's from Tampa. He's very popular in Tampa. Very good fighter too. Came over to my old gym, and Kevin was good friends with the kids. And as I'm coaching this guy, Kevin just started to come over. And talking to Kevin, he's like, "There's no other good gyms. I can't find a good gym and a good coach." So we was very open and inviting. Kevin's coming. And then from there, we just kind of kept in touch, to be honest. And then years later, I left the people I was with, I left the company I was at, and Kevin and I started talking, like,
It worked out perfect timing, man. I'll tell y'all, it was God, man. I mean,
timing,
you know what I'm saying? From the day that I decided or even thought about opening up a gym, I had Asa in my mind. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know if it was, if it was possible or if I could make it happen, but just the way everything worked out, it was perfect, man. I truly feel God's had his hand in this whole situation since it started. The way that things worked out, the way everything's been transpiring, somebody's definitely pulling some strings up there to make this happen. You know what I'm saying? This is what God intended to happen, and I truly believe that we're going to take this to the highest level.
So with Macho, you the head coach?
Yeah.
Over him?
Yeah. And speaking of Macho, I know we mentioned him a few times, but speaking of Macho, I see it's a blessing to work with a kid. He's a great kid.
Yeah.
He's very talented, but he's like very talented, but he doesn't know it yet.
Yeah.
So I'm teaching him. Yeah, I'm teaching him, and he's you can't be a great student unless you're a great teacher.
Yes.
I'm sorry, you can't be a great teacher
Student,
unless you're a great student.
Yes.
So I never take the credit, you know what I mean? I always give them the credit, always.
Okay.
But for him, I see a lot of similarities in Mendez, the kid I mentioned.
Yeah.
I see a lot of similarities. He works very hard, he's very humble, he's very skilled, and he's fast and strong at that weight class.
What weight class is he at?
This next fight's gonna be a little bit of a catch weight, because we took it at short notice. Only like 38, 39. But I want him at 130 pounds for sure.
Oh, okay. So on fight night?
And 26 as we go, but 30 for sure.
Yeah.
On fight night, are y'all in the corner, or you?
Yeah, we'll be in the corner.
Oh, y'all will be in the corner. So y'all actually done teamed up, not only in, the opening the gym.
Yeah.
So y'all are actually in the corner with your fighters. You get the fight.
Oh, yeah.
You promote the fight.
Yeah.
You coach the fight.
Yeah.
Big business, man.
We're one-stop shop, man.
And you know what I want to do too, because I never do this, and I can't speak for everybody here. I think Kevin mentioned it, and we talk about it all the time, but I want to give a big shout out to my wife. And
Man, do that, man.
You know why? serious, because without my wife and my kids, I probably wouldn't still be doing this. And it's crazy because there's times where I don't want to do this no more. I'm happy. I could retire and be happy and go off and do whatever, and because I'm happy.
Yeah.
But you still have that drive inside. You want to create more great fighters, and you want to keep building. But I have a wonderful wife and wonderful kids that support me and keep pushing me to do this too, for whatever reason. But I want to give them a shot because I never do. I always forget.
Yes.
Man, that's big time. That's
I
big
did it
time.
earlier.
That's
We
how
mentioned,
we
we both
mention
good.
God, it's like God and family. You know what I mean? So as soon as you mention, whether it was you brought up God first, it made me just like, you know what, I gotta give God number one and then my wife and kids close number two. I shoot shout out because if it weren't for them, I wouldn't probably still be doing it.
That's beautiful.
Okay.
I love
So
it.
That's what's
and
up.
I know you're a coach too, so
Yeah, I coach
relate to
football.
that.
I've been coaching in the Tampa Bay community for over 25 years. I started young. I done had a chance to actually been a part of changing a lot of lives. And in the process of changing them, you got to take credit for some of the ones you lost. And the kids that I look back on that I was coaching when I lost, I wasn't all the way complete. I didn't understand the true mission. And so I had to go back and I had to go and seek counselorship from guys that were older. And I found some real guys that actually showed me the way, told me the way, showed me the way. And that's what I try to produce at all times. And like you got to be consistent with these kids. And a lot of people say that I'm a little hard on my coaches because like football a little different, gladiator ball a little different. So what I'm gonna say is we got 11 coaches. We have 11 coaches. And each one of my coaches, you either got to own a business or have a job or be retired. You understand what I'm saying? You have to have something to show these kids, well, look, this is what you need to be around is positive. Because it's a lot of people that's coaching are not positive people. It's a lot of people that's coaching are not good for the sport.
Yeah.
So that's how I try to give back to the kids. I don't care about the touchdowns. I don't care about the social media thing, the likes and none of that. I want the kid to be the best productive citizen in life he can be by using the sport.
And that's funny you say that, because I'm talking to another fighter of mine that Kevin and I have done a lot of work with too. His name's Alex. He's from Texas, and he actually done a lot of stuff with Errol Spence and Frank, all those guys out there, right? Okay. A lot of work with. We kind of grew up with those guys, but I say that because I was telling him not too long ago. I was telling him, I'm like, you gotta enjoy your work, right? It's very important that you have to put the work in, as you know. You gotta work hard with boxing. The difference with boxing, not just boxing, but these are pro athletes, so any pro athlete, but you gotta put the work in, but it can be so hard. Like it can be hard, and I can relate to that. So what I try and do, obviously I gotta push these guys, like break them, or sometimes you gotta break them to build them, and it can be really tough. And then you're putting the mind through stuff, the body through stuff. It can be hard, man. So what I try and do is make them enjoy the work, enjoy the craft. Not every day, but at times. So I like to have fun. I like to crack jokes. I like to do that as often as I can. And you can ask all my fights. Oh, the coach is so funny. And but I love it when they tell me that. And then I'm like, okay, get back, let's go, let's go. But it makes me happy because I know they thrive. And everyone's at a job where you go to work and before you go to bed that night, you like can't sleep because you're like, I don't want to go to work. And it's stressful and you hate it. I hate it when a fight goes through that. Imagine, right? If you don't want to wake up for your 9 to 5, imagine trying to wake up and get punched in the head all day.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Really? So it's like, you feel a little bit better when you go to bed and you like go to sleep and you can't wait to get up to go to work. You wake up early, you make the coffee, you leave the door, you say goodbye to your family, and you playing your music anyway because you love your job. Does that make sense? And when you get there, you might even work even harder. So I try and use that as my little recipe for these fighters because I relate to the kids thing too.
Everybody loves it.
I coach kids too. I coach kids real football.
Okay. We gonna link up. We gonna link up.
Too. But I try and I push them. But I know the kids, so it's like even though I'm pushing them, I'm hard on them, I'm tough on them. I show them that I love them. I'm doing it because I love them, and I'm doing it because I care, and I want them to get better, athletes and people. But at the same time, there's days where I just have fun. With the kids too. You know what I mean? Like, I tell our parents all the time, listen, if we make it a chore, they're gonna fall out of love for the sport, and then we lost them. 10 years later, they'll come back and they might love it again. We just lost them. 10 years is too long to be out of the sport. So I use that in everything I do too. So when you mention that for these pros, even though it's pros, it's not great. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's monotonous, like boxing. Jab again, jab again. How many times you want me to jab? A million times. Jab again, jab again.
Jab again.
Move. But it's like I try and make it a fun environment,
Okay.
an atmosphere wise for
Now I have a question because I always gotta represent for the girls and the females. as a woman or a little girl, how is the training? Is the training different from a girl to a little boy, or
So it depends, right? It depends if you, like, let's say you want to fight. If you want to fight and compete, why would it be different?
Yeah.
That makes sense?
So your training is exactly the same.
Yeah.
The sport,
Like,
the name of the
you're-
sport don't change just because a girl play it.
Yeah. The only thing that might change is, let's say I'm training you and I'm training you. You're like Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
And you're like Mike Tyson. I ain't gonna train you guys the same.
Right.
Similar stuff, hit and don't get hit.
Yeah.
That never changes, right?
Yeah.
But the way I'm training you is gonna be different to the way I train you.
Now, you may have me lean on her body because I may lean a little
300
more.
pounds,
Yeah,
7
300,
feet tall.
yeah. You Mike Tyson got to hit and get out of there because of his height disadvantage. Low
Now,
height
at a
disadvantage.
certain age, like if I'm 30-something years old and I say I want to box right now, is that possible for me?
Listen, anything is possible. I truly believe that.
Yeah.
All right. The things
Yeah.
I've been through in life, which we'll talk about another time,
Yeah.
that anything is possible. All right.
Wow.
But when I love to say that to all these guys, anything is possible. But there's a lot more to that. Like, if you dissect that, listen, anything is possible. You could get knocked out in the first second of the round.
Yeah.
When we think anything is possible, we think about it in a good sense.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I say anything is possible. What do you want to hear first, the bad news or the good news? Everyone wants to hear the
Yeah.
bad news.
Yeah.
My job is to say, be ready, because you might get knocked out in the first round.
Yeah.
Right? And then it's like, oh, let me switch on.
Yeah.
Now I'll say anything is possible. You might also knock him out in the first round.
Right.
You want to be
Okay.
world champion? It can happen.
Can happen.
But it also, if you fall asleep and now you're not doing what we need to do, there's a chance it won't happen.
Man, 5 pounds of pressure and don't slip the right punch, and you too can be waking up without wanting to go to sleep.
Big nap. Big nap.
I see you
Big
say
guy.
you coach also with so which sport do you prefer?
Me,
Soccer or
so my first love, and it'll always be my first love, is football, not
Yeah.
soccer.
but always
I love that.
conditioning for it is tough.
And I love it and I miss it. That's why I'll always coach. My wife said to me a couple of years ago, she's like, how long are you gonna coach for? I'm like, probably forever. Because it's the reason I'm here today. If it wasn't for football and boxing, listen, I'll touch wood, man. God willing, I'll be here, but I don't know what I'll be doing.
When the last time you
That's
played?
my luck.
I play now. I play a little bit.
He played
Don't play
kickball.
right
It's
now.
different.
Yeah.
He played kickball.
I'm a striker, boy.
It's different.
Fine.
You might be playing
It's
soccer.
different. It's different. No, let me stop hating. No, he an athlete though. He's a real
No,
athlete.
we'll play some time.
Yeah.
Hey, but seriously, man. So you and Kevin was telling me about something y'all cooking up. Y'all telling me about something. One of your young dogs that you're training. Say he's 10-0 right now. He got a big fight coming up on the 20th.
Yup.
Yeah.
Undercard for.
On the card for Jake Paul and Amanda Serrano, Julio Macho Solis. He's a Puerto Rican fighter out of Tampa Bay. He's representing for the Bay, representing for us.
Yeah.
And he's got a big fight coming up, man. It's gonna be big for us.
He's got a huge following in Tampa. He's got a huge following in Florida, actually, but a
Yeah.
huge following in Puerto Rico, too.
Wow, Puerto Rico! Hey, go ahead and introduce my man, man.
Julio,
Go ahead and
real
introduce
quick.
him.
Come on, brother.
Man, come on and get in this ring, man. Come on, get in this ring, man.
Let's go.
Man, you probably, man, you know what? Just take a knee right here. My hand messed up.
Never take a knee in the ring, Muppet.
Never take a knee in the ring. No, don't take a knee. You right.
Sit
He
right
coach.
there.
Man, I love that. Hey, I couldn't use my right hand because it's
I'm about
messed
to
up.
find him.
But
I'm
man,
about to
I gotta do something, man. I love that. I love that.
Ain't no way.
Man, never take it. Man, I understand that, man. I just had to get you to listen. The only reason why I tried you like that, don't hit me. The only reason why I tried you like that, because I was trying to get you in the camera view. We tried to get you in all of the cameras. All right, yeah, this one, that one. It's a whole bunch of them out here, man. Man, so tell us about Coach Beard, Coach Franklin, man. How you like training over here,
It's been a
man?
blessing since I've been here. Ever since I've been here, it's been nothing but growing
Growing?
and growth. You know, my last fight it was November 17. I come out victorious with the NBA belt.
Yep. So you a
And
champ.
it was thanks to them. You know, I couldn't do it without them.
Well, you a champ.
You're a champion.
Yeah, he's a champion.
The continental NBA champ.
Oh man, so he don't just wear champion.
Nah, he's
This man is a real champion.
He's strapped.
A real champion.
How you feel coming out with all them lights?
Just, I'm already
Big
getting
stage.
used to it. You know,
Yeah.
I love it. It actually motivates me. It turns me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we hear that your next fight, you're fighting at a catch weight.
Yeah, just for now.
Just for now?
Yeah, just for now.
So-
A little tune-up fight since I haven't fought since, November.
Okay. So explain to us, like, when you're getting ready for a fight, what's your diet? Like say you had to fight at what, 150, 157?
No, 135.
135? All right, I'm just giving. What's your meal prep?
A lot of water, nothing fried, your grilled chicken, fish, salad, spinach, yogurt, banana fruits.
Yeah.
A lot of anything that's healthy, nothing that's fat, no bread, no rice.
No salt.
Oh, no carbs, really?
No soda.
No carbs.
Especially now, right now I'm just straight water.
Straight water, man. Yeah.
So like the keto diet.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Something like
Hey,
that.
Keto, y'all need to pay my man because he's using your stuff and he's going to be one of the biggest fighters. We're not going to even give it 2 years. He's going to be in the ring fighting whoever he want to.
Yeah.
So y'all go ahead and holler at my man because he's already using your regiment. And look at this face. Look at this face. How y'all could not want this man represent y'all, man? Come on, man. Stop playing, man. Stop playing. So are you ready for the upcoming fight?
So I'm more than ready.
More than ready.
I can't wait for the day to come.
So let me ask you something about the butterflies in your heart or your stomach.
Nowhere.
No way. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love
It's
that.
funny you mention that though. I like it when they get it in the stomach.
Yeah.
You should always.
Yeah. You should always.
I just want to fight. Like I said, when I'm in, he knows once I'm in that, like I'm stretching, I just
Yeah.
want to get wrapped up.
Yeah, he's ready to go. He gets lucky.
Yeah, because I was always told, as long as the butterflies in your stomach, that's okay. But if they're in your heart, go home.
Yeah.
Go home. If the butterflies in your heart, go home.
Yeah.
That can never change. If they're in the stomach, that's human.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You bleed.
Yeah.
But if they're in your heart, man, get with Kevin and get an insurance, y'all. He got something for you to do. Give him my man so you can sell his life insurance, man.
Yeah.
So, man, listen. Have you had to say a punch you were known for? What's your favorite punch?
My hook.
Left hook?
And they say, so I'm a right-handed, so
Yeah.
I'm supposed to hit hard with my right.
Yeah.
They say I hit hard with my right, but my hook, I keep stopping
Funny,
everybody
yeah.
with my hook.
It's funny you say it because a lot of Puerto Rican fighters have
Yeah.
big hugs. Mexicans too, but Puerto
Yeah.
Ricans big hugs to the body.
I feel like I got that triple G hook, like anywhere.
Yeah.
Bring it down.
I like how you. But you been coach, boy. I see the hook. I see the hip. I see the back toe bit. Boy, I see it, boy. Man, how you say night night in Spanish?
I don't even know. Night.
Night night. I'll say it again. Alamin. Y'all know what time. Alamin. Night night, man.
Walk around. Usually, if you're not boxing, what you walk around at your weight?
My weight, when I'm usually like staying myself in the gym a little.
Yeah.
Like 150, 149.
Okay.
But if I'm not doing, like shit, I'll be like 160.
We got a big cut,
Yeah.
man. We got a big
Yeah.
cut for this fight, but
Yeah.
he's already down, 11 pounds in 2 days?
11 pounds, yeah.
Man, look,
How is
man.
that going up and down with your weight?
It's not good, but it depends. I can't just blow 1 month and go down 1 month. If I just say I blow up 30 pounds in the process of 6 months, it's not bad for your body, but it's still not good,
Yeah.
And I'm glad we all up here, man, because now we can get into it, man. We can talk this trash. We can talk this trash
We
right
still
now.
got one more person out here that's low key the most famous person in this building.
Man, but what we waiting on, man? Like you got all these surprise guests. We got to see. They got to show their face, man. The secret is over. The jig is up.
Oh, look.
And that's what you say, Cat. The jig is up.
I had to keep this one in my back pocket. We got Willie Monroe Jr. right over there.
Hey, Willie Monroe.
Willie.
Man, come on in here, man. Come on in here, Willie.
Come on, Willie.
Man, don't try to act like you ain't ready for the camera, man. We seen you over there. Looking like Denzel out of Malcolm X. Boy, you look good. Boy, you look good.
I don't know if y'all
Really
know, but Willie fought Triple G, Billy Joe Saunders. He fought some of the biggest fighters in the world. And we're blessed enough to have Willie as a coach here at Franklin Boxing as well. So, Willie's about to get
Stand up back here, man.
get a couple tune-up fights.
Sit right. No, don't take. You better not take no knee. Cause Bill, he already. Man, I love that, man. You know what?
No knee.
I'm gonna take that away from me. God honest truth, because you just gave me something. You gave me something today. God honest truth. My players, and I hope y'all looking. Jags 11U. No longer will we take knees. Thank you, coach.
take a
I
knee.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
We will only kneel before God.
Yes, sir.
That's the only time we'll kneel.
Correct.
So, man, tell us how you hook up with, man. So y'all the big three for real. I ain't talking about Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Rondo. I ain't talking about what Q brought to the city the other day. I'm talking about the big three right here in Tampa. This the big three. Willie, tell us a little about yourself, man.
First of all, thank you. Big
Yeah.
three, that's dope. Now I ran into Kev some years ago, man, and we just like hit it off, man. Like he told me like, I've seen some of your fights, and after moving down here from New York, and I had a few training camps down here, but I didn't know too many people. And then when I ran into Kev, we just kept in touch over the years, and then when he opened the gym, I hit him up. I was like, look, I think I might want to give it another try, and he was like, yo, just come down to the gym. Kev always hype. What's coming on?
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I gotta like get some things going. He like, yo, dog, I got the gym, I got everything. Like,
I'm trying to push him like, let's get it right now. He's
so I
like,
was
man, hold on.
dang, he's like a really right now guy. So
Yeah.
it really it put me in a position to have to say like, it's either sink or swim. So then he offered me the opportunity to be a trainer, and I was like, then again I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah.
He like, dog, nah, you got it, because you know, in the gym that we worked before, he seen me train people and give, you know, strength and conditioning tips, give boxing tips, and I hope that he saw it obviously, you know, come to fruition right in front of his face, and he was like, yo, like, be a dope coach, and people started signing up, man, and I just started like using my alias. I'm just Coach Mongoose right now. I'm not Willie Monroe Jr.
Yeah. I feel you.
And it's just a dope opportunity. And then working with Coach Asa here is just, oh my goodness, like everybody he's worked with and top guys that are around my weight class, his knowledge is, if not right there with mine, just a little bit beyond.
Yeah.
So he can see a little bit further. So when we want to make that move and say, all right, we want to fight again, we got, you know, I have two really strong minds behind me that make intelligent moves. You know what I mean? That take the weight off of me to where I can like really focus on fighting.
So you're fighting and training.
Yeah.
You're a fighter and a trainer. So you're a student and a teacher.
He's a coach that trains with you.
Coach that trains with you.
He's a coach that
Well, that's
trains with
what's
you.
up. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all a boxing story. I never forget this, man. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened to me. Tell y'all what happened to me. You know, hey man, I'm nice with him a little bit, street-wise, right? I didn't know that it was technical until I was 13 years old. I was 13. And I go to the local boxing gym, and you know, I'm thinking, hey man, you know, I don't want a few fight out in the streets. Got my ass whooped a couple of times too. I can man up and tell you that, right? So I'm getting in there. So from that, went through a few months in, and it's my first sparring. So they were like, hey, you want the guy's name was Miguel. And so you gonna spar Miguel today? So I'm like, man, this ain't nothing. And I was 10 pounds heavier than him, you know. So I'm like, man, this ain't nothing. So I get in there with Miguel. I'm jumping around. I'm looking good. Jumping around. Man, when I tell you Miguel hit me from every angle, listen, he hit me in the back of my head, on the top of my head. Man, he hit me in my kidneys. So after I came back to the regular scheduled program, because you know my Wi-Fi was buffering when he finished with me. So I asked the boss. I said, "Well, dang on man, well, you know why? How old was he?" Oh, yeah, he was 21. I did not know that boxing wasn't an age thing. It's a weight thing.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, man, Miguel humbled me so much, man, because I used to be somewhat of a bully, right? And you know, he used to, man, there's just certain people I ain't gonna let beat me. From that day forward, I found out anybody can be beat.
Yeah.
I found out anybody can put it in your life. I found out don't judge the book by its cover.
Yeah.
And just because it's thick pages in it, don't mean it's a good book. Because that was a short story. I'm talking I'm talking about, man, listen, I ain't even want to say nothing that started with an M. You hear me? I ain't want to say nothing that started with an M. Man, that man beat me so bad, man, but you know what, though? It made me tighten up. It really made me tighten up. And you know,
Miguel.
Hey, Miguel, thank you, man. Like, that humbled me.
Yeah.
No, that humbled me about the sport, because people don't realize, man, it's a lot of running, it's a lot of training, it's a lot of mental stuff. Yeah. And not only do you have to study your opponent, you got to study his pluses and you got to study his negatives. See, in other sports, you just got to study the negatives most of. So that's what you're trying to capitalize on. But in this sport, you got to study negatives, positives. You got to study the maybes nots. Like you have to be ready for all of it, and that's why I say this sport is the most different, because the mental is just as important as the physical. And if you don't run them hand in hand simultaneously, you gonna be knocked out. You gonna be knocked out.
It's an accountability thing.
It's an accountability thing.
And
So
so you feel like you're more offensive or defensive?
It all depends on the moment.
Yeah.
It depends on the moment. People have labeled me a defensive fighter.
Yeah.
But it depends on the moment.
Okay.
So what all boxers that actually came through your gym, man? You know I did.
So, man,
Tell us about the boxers that came through.
Just in the 9 months we've been open, we had Riddick Bowe. We actually had Rampage Jackson come through. Rampage did we did like a Netflix show here, and that'll be released in a couple months.
And he's been to Manchester, England too. So shout
yeah?
out Rampage.
Yeah, shout out
Yes,
Rampage,
sir.
bro. He's
Yes,
a real
sir.
one. Who else we have? Riddick. Who came with Riddick that one time? Razor
Razor Ruddock.
Ruddock. Yeah, he came. You know, we've had Mark Reyes, we've had Jasmine Artiga. She actually actively trains out of this gym.
Wow.
Jasmine, she's one of the baddest female boxers in the world right now, man. She's a beast. She's undefeated.
She's probably gonna fight for a world title.
You watch her fights, bro. Y'all gonna be like, damn, like,
Wow.
she comes in and she spars men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To get ready for her fights, bro. Like, she just fought.
14-0.
She's 14-0, bro. She just dropped this Mexican lady.
Like 8 knockouts too.
I'm talking 8 knockouts.
Cuban.
And y'all,
She's a problem.
man, I'm gonna come in. You already know we locked in.
Y'all pop in whenever you want.
Man, we locked in. Man, so now let's get to it. Let's get to it, man, because now it's time to get to it. But we were talking about top 5 boxers, and we gonna all get a chance to go. We gonna all get a chance to go. Top 5, but don't even matter what weight class. I just want to hear your top 5. Starting with you, Willie.
My top 5.
Ever. Today, from the time you start watching the sport.
That's a hard one.
Oof.
I already gave my top 5.
Yeah. Roy Jones.
Yep.
Shit, Roy Leonard.
Yep.
Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
Andre Ward.
Okay.
SOG. And Evander Holyfield, but I got an honorable mention. Tommy Hart.
Okay. All right. You. We know you go deep, so just give us a barbershop version.
I'm gonna say Roy Jones.
Okay.
We all have Roy Jones. Shout out Roy.
Roy.
Shout out Roy.
That's my favorite too.
Roy Jones.
Florida boy.
Yeah, he put on for
Man.
Florida.
There's so many, you know, like so many.
See, you don't want to offend nobody because you done coached a lot of people around.
Nobody.
All right, so you know
There's
what?
other people I could just run up.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Lennox Lewis.
Yeah.
Lennox, yeah. I
Lennox
thought you were gonna say him. He from over there.
Lennox
Lennox,
over
but
there.
I'm saying it because of that.
He good.
Basically beat everybody he ever fought.
Yeah, he did.
And the times he lost, he avenged.
Came back
Exactly.
to yeah.
Straight away too.
Yeah.
So he didn't take no time to say, you know, give me a couple tune-ups, and then he
Came right back.
And,
He a monster.
but then you got so many greats, man. Even Roberto Duran.
Yep.
Jeez.
And we and-
So many, you know.
all right,
I
man.
can name some of the new ones.
All right, name them. We know you. How old are you?
22.
Man, come on, man. We know you're a youngin', man.
My favorite, my number one that is what I started, boxing with was Roy.
Yeah.
Then Mayweather, and then Canelo, and now the last two, it'll be between like Crawford and
Nice.
and the little monster. What's his name?
Davis?
Inoue. And Davis too.
Yeah.
Devontae Davis, he up there.
I have to put Floyd in that too, because
Yeah,
He's the one that started this
so
whole
many
new
champions he
generation.
defeated.
Oh, we got him on the wall.
He beat 13 in a
And
row.
another one was Pacquiao.
13
That's
Yeah.
too many to name. You know?
That's too many.
8 different weights. So, man, give us your top 5.
You know, I gotta go with both of the Sugar Rays. You know,
Yeah.
Robinson and Leonard. Gotta go with Floyd. Yeah, got to go with them 3. Sweet Pea. Yeah.
Now you know something. You know something.
I like from there.
You know something.
Now for my fifth,
That's a good one. That's a
my
good one.
fifth, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go because it's hard to get that 5-1, but I'm gonna go with Roy. Gotta go with Roy.
All right.
Gotta go with Roy.
I'm gonna go
Everybody else.
Roy
I'm gonna go Roy. I'm gonna go Roy. I'm gonna go Muhammad Ali. I'm gonna go Bud. I'm gonna go Floyd.
Yeah.
And since nobody else ain't said, I'm gonna go Hagler. And no, no,
No.
Hey, no, wait. Hagler gonna be my honorable mention, and I'm gonna go Mike because we might have to see Mike in the podcast world. Mike, I ain't trying you because you look good at 50, 55. How old are you?
57, right?
And Mike, I'm telling you, they ain't say your name, but me and my partner here did.
Yeah.
So you catch cat out there in the world, as long as it's head up, because we gonna jump you.
I got you on the wall.
I like them technical fighters.
Who go ahead.
Sweet peaches.
Mike Tyson's gonna be your first one. Oh, Brandy, we tried you. I'm talking about. Go ahead. Go ahead, Brandy.
Who else? Who's your top 5?
And then all the other 5.
It's crazy, right? Because
See where her head at?
people ask you the question is like, what are we like viewing it on?
Yeah. Love
I
boxing.
could have said talking like I remember staying up till 5 in the morning for every Tyson fight.
But you know what?
Pay-per-view buying-
We should have did it in weight class. But like we huh? Emmanuel Augustus. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. So with the state of boxing changing so much, man, and it was just something that something just came across the ESPN ticker. Something just came across the ESPN ticker. They say something wasn't right with Ryan Garcia. They say something wasn't right with Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
They say Kane Bite that he had that juice in his system. What y'all think about that?
True.
Well, before I answer that, you said haggler earlier.
Yeah.
My uncle be haggler. I just wanted to tell you that.
Okay.
And you know what, man? We know you got nothing. The only reason why, hold up, we gonna get back to that. But the only reason why I had to say haggler because what they did, the Sugar Ray. If you had a chance to watch the Sugar Ray Leonard fight,
one of the greatest.
if you had a chance to watch that fight, I think it should have been a draw. I don't think nobody should have walked away
Hagler
with
was
that fight.
fourth on his list. I mean, he's three in the list, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, you know, but I know this, but see, yeah, you got it.
Sugar Ray tough, 'cause guess what? It's a couple times he was right there finna lose, and he just
No, you know what? They got caught with the illusion of throwing a lot of punches.
Cause Tommy Hearns.
Because he won that, and he was just throwing a flurry of punches, and that's what stole the judge.
Who else? I mentioned Floyd because he changed the game, and these other guys, Tyson changed the game.
Yeah.
And another one was Prince and Cena. Another
Yeah,
one
Prince,
was
yeah.
just the way he changed the game.
I was doing the back jump.
Yeah, well.
Man, George Foreman wasn't the same since Ali put him on the ropes. The only thing George Foreman did good was made that grill and won that belt the second time. That's it. Now he can preach now. I seen him preach now. That boy, he can put on the sermon. He can put on the sermon. No, I like George. He was just a boring fighter to me. I like George. I'm playing, George. I'm playing.
See, I just feel like a lot of these boys, they scared to take an L.
Yeah, they running from each other. Like he said, that's about to
That's a
change.
problem in boxing right now.
He said that's about to change.
Hopefully it changes here soon. I think it's going to.
I think it already has. You know?
I just find it back to back. The other thing is now Ryan, messed it
Yeah,
up.
but that's what I was about to say, because I think that's what's scaring some boxers, because people ain't on the up and up, and you juicing like, man, like going back to the Manny Pacquiao and Floyd situation where Floyd asked for the blood, right? I don't blame Floyd for doing that. When you said you don't want to pee, that's gonna raise flags. And you saying you just want to pee, because hell, it's ways to be piss test in the corporate world.
Yeah.
So as soon as they asked for blood, it was a runaround. The only reason why I say I agree with Floyd on that angle, because we'll be talking a different legacy if Floyd would have fought him after he declined that P test. If Floyd would have just not had the business mind to say, "Nah, we ain't doing it that way," it'll be a blemish on that record. And I'm all for people protecting their legacy and protect it the right way, and they don't get cheated out of what they got going on. Because you got to look at the situation with Ryan Garcia. Is that really the way you want to win? Yeah. Is that the way you want to win?
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
And that's what they say, you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. But listen, just the thing about it, in this day and age in boxing, you can't cheat.
Yeah.
It's hard for you to cheat because they're gonna figure it out.
Depending on where you at, because not everybody implement the same test. So
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So
I hope people learn from this now.
Yeah.
You know, and they don't play with people's life.
yeah, because who was the guy that had the semen in his gloves? Who was that?
Margarito. Margarito. He beat Cotto with that. It was sounding.
But he had to, because the first fight, Cotto,
They fought again after that.
they fought again. So what was the split on the fight?
So Margarito.
That was the first fight.
Margarito won the first one.
Margarito with the cast on.
And he had
That was the first fight with the cat.
with the cat.
So what happened? He seen his research, and he figured, man, I can't just go in there with my hands, man.
Yeah.
I can't go in there with my hands.
He got caught trying to fight Shane Mosley with it.
Yeah.
And then Mosley knocked him out.
Yeah.
Then he refought Cotto. Cotto stopped him. It got bad for him.
Yeah.
But like we spoke on Roy Jones. Everybody had Roy Jones on their list, right? Yeah. And I'm gonna be totally honest with you, and that's why fighters got to get back to fighting fighters, because if Roy Jones didn't have to change weight classes and move up to get fights, we'll be talking a different legacy. Like we'll be talking something different, because that man had to go up through light heavyweight.
Yeah.
He had to go up through a light heavyweight to get paydays.
All the way up.
And I don't think that's fair, because people are sabotaging situations and they don't want to fight, but. Every boxer should be, I think all of the regulations need to be the same no matter where you go. And that's the way that you stop it, blood and pitch as far as the testing, because you got people messing their legacies up because they're chasing fights to take care of their families, when it shouldn't even be that way. If I fight at a certain weight class and the best fighters in the weight class, they need to fight at least once every 2 years or once a year. The top 5 got to have those fights, especially if they want to win the crowd back over UCF. If that don't happen, we still gonna be a trying sport trying to get back relevant. And like dog, you can tell me that boxing wasn't one of the biggest money makers pay-per-view. Yeah. What De La Hoya did for the game, what Floyd did for the game at one point in time. Going back into when Duran and Sugar Ray and Hearns and all those guys was fighting each other within the same year and a half span.
Yeah.
We got to get back to that.
We going. I think Saudi's gonna be the move, man. I'm telling you, they're gonna put on some of the biggest fights in the world. They already have.
Yeah, Turkey over there.
Look at them just put on Tyson and Usyk and
he's doing.
You know what I'm saying? And Anthony Joshua and Wilder. Yeah, like look at that. That heavyweight.
I just put together Frank Warren's Queensbury promotion and Eddie Hearn's Metro promotion. These guys, it's always been like, I don't want to say it the wrong way, it's just been one company against another. Never like kind of see eye to eye. It's just they're on their own path. And this guy brought them together. This guy brought them together, and what he's doing is like can really change the game. Now he's doing.
Trying to get over there
with Crawford, and
we're gonna get Julio over there.
What you mean we trying? What I tell you about trying?
We going over there.
Yeah.
We going over there. What man? What's wrong with you, man? We don't say try.
Right now,
We don't say try.
who would y'all dream fight be? Right now, like you want to see somebody who you want to see fight right now that ain't fought. For me, I got them fireworks. I like Tio. I want to see Tio and Tank.
I want to
fight.
see
Who?
Willie Monroe
Tio?
fight Edgar
Tank.
Berlanga.
Tank.
Oof. I like that too, Willie.
Yeah.
Willie, I like that too, Willie.
But I still.
That's not
like,
far.
And I like Timothy Lopez, but I see Tank.
Really good.
That one gonna be exciting.
Thank you.
And I love Tio, but
Yeah.
I feel like Tank is gonna stop him.
Oh, he's gonna stop him.
Because you see how he's been dropped already. Tank hasn't been dropped like that.
Nah, Tank, bro, Tank one of my favorite fighters right now, for real.
Tank.
Man, think about it. You know what though?
He could take a punch. He got
yeah,
defense.
130, 135.
And from where he came from, bro, his story, like, you know what I'm saying, he really came from nothing.
Wow.
And made it out.
He
You know
has
what I mean?
all the
Still,
experience you could imagine.
and still-
the way he walks in the ring, the way he moves, comfortable.
He set you up good in that corner.
Man, well, I'm gonna say,
I would
I'm gonna
love to
say,
see Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. I'd love
wanna-
to see it.
Yeah.
you want to see that?
And I mean, yeah, I would love to see it.
Who you got?
I just think if it doesn't happen, it's one of those like one of those fights that
I got
people-
Joshua at this point.
Especially
I got
'cause they're
Joshua.
heavyweights.
I think Tyson Fury is just getting too old.
yeah.
And I think he just made too much money, bro.
Him
I
and
think he-
Wilder. I think him and Wilder. That took a lot out of him.
Took a lot.
Wilder, when he fought Wilder,
I think
even though
he
he
just-
won,
Wilder did hit him with shots. I don't know what, man. I think
don't think he got
Wilder
up from them
is
shots.
going through some mental stuff.
Yeah, I think so, too.
I think it's some mental stuff that's a part of his regimen that's taking over.
It looks
what,
like
what he's
all the weight he
displaying.
lost and shit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might be really going through it. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
That
but
happens to the best of them. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about your mental, man. You got to take care of that.
and this is
The
this,
money and the fame, it don't come easy. That's why you got to have a good coach in the corner, man, and try to help you out.
and you got to not only a good coach in your corner, you got to have good people over your finances, so you ain't got to keep fighting fights just to live.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to get accustomed to another lifestyle of getting up and going to work 9 to 5. So if you manage your money, you manage your corner, manage you well. And what we mean by the corner, we ain't just talking about those 3 guys that's giving you water, giving you insight on the fight. We talking about the people that's behind the scene as well. That corner is bigger than 3 guys. And like the 3 guys that's gonna walk you down, come fight night on the 20th. You know what I'm saying? What's behind that? And then I know you got somebody behind that because this man a one-stop shop. And you know, people that have your best interest. The people that's gonna tell you no.
Got to take that purse and life insurance policy, man. Got to.
The people that's gonna tell you no. And that's gonna be like, I had to learn this in life. And like, even like with our team, we have no problem with telling each other no. We have no problem with saying, hey man, you tripping. We have no problem with saying, hey, that's not the best thing for this situation. Right. You know what I'm saying? And the best thing for your situation right now is soak all this good knowledge up, owning in and out of the mat. And man, I promise you, man, you're gonna be prosperous. Because one thing we don't do around here at Crunchtime Survivors, we don't try. You already a champ. Now you got to become another.
Love that.
What's better than 1 million? Like what Jay say? 2 million. So once we start getting them fights, man, you know, the only way is up. And we ain't just trying to get past the skies. We trying to hit the sun. I want to see how hot it is.
Yeah.
You know. So with that being said, man,
What's up?
man, it's a lot of great things y'all done brought to the city. Y'all done gave us a lot of insight on boxing. I didn't know that this gym was actually, and I mean like GEM, JYM, this is a hidden gym in Tampa. And parents, if you want to get your kids involved in something that's special, a movement, something that's different, and not only would it teach your child discipline, not only would it teach them structure, you know what I'm saying? It's an art that they can take with them and use for protection the right way.
Right.
The right way. Man, bring him over here to Franklin's boxing gym, man, because like what he's doing, and I'm pretty sure this man is not just a boxing coach. They're not just boxing coaches, they're life coaches. And this is something that the youth need. So if your child not as good in basketball as he is football or baseball, man, if you want to try boxing, I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. This is the best place you need to be.
And what I'll do is, if anybody drops Coach Chang's name, I'll do a discount. You know what I'm saying? We'll give you guys a discount. Anybody that drops his name, anybody comes over here, whether it's a man, woman, or child, we're gonna give y'all a discount, all right?
Oh, hold up, I'm gonna put a disclaimer on that. Because if you don't know my middle name, because that's gonna be because anybody can come in and say my name, but you got to know me. You got to know me, and I got to know you, because guess what? I only refer quality people. That's from 9 months to 99 years old. So if you're not a good person at heart, I tell you, I'm not gonna not refer you, but go and work on your heart. Because it's a lot of opportunities that we get people and they don't take advantage of them the right way. So the most disrespectful thing you can do to me is drop my name and go and be a horrible person with the person you drop my name to.
That's real.
So I'm gonna do my research and he gonna do his research. So when he call me and say, hey, Coach Chang, you know him? I'm never gonna lie on you. But I am gonna tell the good, the bad, and the ugly truth about you. So remember that.
Yeah.
Remember that. Man, anything y'all want to say, man? Tell them about your upcoming fight, man.
July 20th, you're in Tampa. Don't miss it. And the Jake Paul on the
Don't
court.
miss it. Hey, I want to shout out Jay Franklin too. You know, he connected us. You know, that's my boy. He always looking out. You know, that means a lot to me.
Grindhouse, Jay Franklin. Y'all know
Grindhouse,
he right over there.
Franklin.
He the one responsible for getting these 70 pounds off this body.
70 pounds.
70 pounds off this body. And once my hand heal up, he gonna get the other 70 off.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be Ebony Man of the Month. Look at me from this side. Yeah. Hey, man, well, that's another episode of Crunchtime Survivors podcast. And I told you we was here with Kevin Franklin and the whole team. It wasn't just him. So it's a team behind the team. And we had access to all that. And you can't get that nowhere but at Crunchtime Survivors. Man, I'm Coach Chang.
Coach Cat.
Coach Randy.
And y'all better stop playing.